Hello and welcome to Money Dad UK, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping families grow smarter with money. Today's episode is a really important one. How to maintain access to 30 hours free childcare and tax-free childcare if you or your partner are earning over 100k in the UK. This was already an important topic given the potential savings, but the government is expanding the existing free childcare scheme from September 2025. So that all working parents of children aged 9 months and up can qualify for up to 30 hours free childcare per week. This is a huge change. If you're earning somewhere between 100 and 120k and have a child in nursery or other childcare settings in the UK, you'll want to watch this video. So let's jump into it. It's no secret that childcare in the UK is obscenely expensive. Average daily nursery fees can range from £50 a day all the way up to over £100 a day, depending on whereabouts in the country you are. Now, there are government-assisted childcare schemes available, the two most important being the tax-free childcare scheme, worth up to £2,000 per year, and the 15 to 30 hours free childcare scheme, worth between 6 to 10k per child per year. Now, the UK operates a cliff edge eligibility system for these two benefits in particular, in that if anybody in your household earns even a penny over 100k, you lose access to those benefits. It's a significant disadvantage of this cliff edge eligibility system that if you or your partner earn somewhere between £100,000 and £120,000, you're likely significantly worse off each month, having to fork out for childcare expenses yourself. This is doubly true if you have more than one child currently attending nursery or other childcare settings. The reason for this is twofold. Given that the average benefit of these schemes is around 10k per child per year, you'd need to earn an additional 16k over the 100k threshold to break even, given that this 16k is taxed at 40%. Combine this with the loss of your personal allowance on earnings over 100k, and you'd need to earn something like 120k until you start to see any benefit after childcare costs if you don't qualify for any form of government support, versus someone who earns 99k and gets the full government support. The way in which income is calculated for the purposes of childcare eligibility in the UK is something known as adjusted net income, which is your total income from things such as salary, dividends, non-ISA protected interest from cash or shares, rental income, private healthcare or dental benefits, minus items such as pension contributions, gift aid donations, and salary sacrifice schemes. Increasing your pension contributions is the main strategy we're going to discuss today in order to get around this cliff edge quirk. Essentially, you can decrease your adjusted net income to under 100k by bumping up your pension contributions. There are multiple benefits to this approach. Firstly, pension contributions afford you significant tax relief. You get a standard 20% uplift from post-tax contributions off the bat, and you can claim an additional 20% in your tax return if you're a higher rate taxpayer, which everyone in this scenario will be. Secondly, the government support of around 10k per child per year is also free of tax, so the true value of that benefit is actually more like 16.6k based on the 40% tax you'd be paying above 100k, because you'd be paying for this childcare after tax out of post-tax income. Personal income tax coincidentally also ramps up significantly above 100k, with the tapering of your personal allowance up to around 124k. Add all of these factors together and it becomes clear that there is a really nice strategy which can be deployed here to optimise your financial position. If this all sounds really complicated, don't worry, it's because it is. It is a truly bonkers system and really needs to be reviewed, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen anytime soon by the current government. To try and help, I've put together a handy table which demonstrates how you could benefit from deploying this strategy at every salary level between 100k and 121k in 1k increments. There is a link to this table in the video description below. As you can see, if you're earning up to 120k, you're actually better off contributing to your personal pension to keep your net adjusted income below the 100k mark and still claiming the childcare benefits. This doesn't even take into account a number of additional factors, including the fact that you would get 20% tax relief on pension contributions for higher earners. This table only takes into account a 20% tax relief, whereas you can actually apply for an additional 20%. Also, your personal allowance gets tapered over 100k, meaning that the value of the 10k childcare is actually even higher than the 16.6k quoted in the table. And the final really important point is that all pension contributions that you will make as part of this strategy will compound over many, many decades into a much higher amount versus spending that money today on nursery fees. This simple fact is a complete game changer and could likely mean people earning all the way up to 130 to 150k should be considering this as a strategy. So hopefully you can start to see that the value of this approach could be absolutely huge, and it's definitely something you should be considering. So now you've worked out if you can benefit from upping your pension contributions, how do you actually do it? Well, there are two main ways. Number one is to increase your workplace pension contributions, ideally maxing it out to the level where your employer matches those contributions. At anything above this level, it's likely that you're better off opening what is known as a self-invested personal pension, or a SIP, and making your own private contributions. The reasons for this are multiple. Number one, SIPs are typically much cheaper than most workplace pension schemes, with fees starting from as little as 0.15% of your pot total versus some workplace pension schemes which charge up to and over 1.5%. Number two, you have a lot more flexibility in terms of the funds you can choose. This means you can choose how you want to invest your pension to reflect your risk appetite. Number three, a lot of these SIPs are much more user-friendly than workplace pension schemes. Most SIPs have mobile apps you can access easily, an amazing UI where you can set up direct debits, choose funds, and view performance very easily. I've linked to a few of my favourite SIP providers below. Take a look in the description. So to summarise, there will be a lot of people in the UK with children in nursery or other childcare settings where one or more parents earning over 100k could greatly benefit from reducing their adjusted net income in order to qualify for the government-funded childcare support. What you need to do today if this applies to you. Step 1. Use our benefit table and pension contribution calculator linked in the description below to see if this method makes financial sense to you. Step 2. Work out how much extra you need to contribute to your pension or pensions. Step 3. Decide how best to make these contributions, whether that's via an increased workplace pension contribution or a contribution to a SIP or both. Step 4. Take action and start contributing more to benefit from these free childcare government-funded schemes. I'll make another video delving into how to start making your pension contributions in a bit more detail, but I hope this video has been useful in bringing this very complicated topic to life and sparking some conversations in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions. Until next time, thank you.